Yo, welcome to Roll the Dice Podcast. Lex Barber.
Blizz.
Roll the Dice Podcast with Lex, Jay, and Brandon.
We just wanted to bring up some stuff, current items we had to talk about from last week, this week, that just passed. So I know you had some stuff in your mind, you know what I mean? You've been going through it this week. Let's keep it real. We ain't gonna mention no personal shit because we know how everybody is. And now motherfuckers get down.
Nah, well, one of the things that kind of caught my attention this week, I was watching a few podcasts and watching a few things, and something that kind of caught my attention was that the literacy rate for reading with kids is low.
Reading, writing, comprehension?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it says about like 40% of the U.S. fourth graders they score below basic level on a national reading test. Well, that means that, they're not really understanding what they're reading, comprehending it, putting things together.
Oh, my bad.
Which is it's a problem, where now we're in a society where things are all digital, right? Where people can't even formulate.
That's
their
why they're
own
not
thoughts.
reading though, because everything is basically you can have your Chat GPT read to you. You can have your phone read to you.
Right.
You could be making a mistake spelling a word. Back in the day, we had to look that word up in the dictionary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Once it came in predictive text, all of a sudden now your phone writes stuff for you.
That is true.
And people don't sit there and look at the word and be like, "Oh man, I was spelling that wrong."
Right. Do you think, Jay? Like, what do you think? You think that we're giving our kids the tools to succeed? Like, who do you think it's on really? It's a question for the round table. Do you think it's either the schools, the parents, the teachers, or the child itself? So,
I think it's all three equally. Definitely starts with the child. They gotta be willing to want to put that effort in to make their lives better as far as reading and writing and skills to make it in life.
K Subi, what up, baby?
Also
Our
make money.
co-producer K Subi.
It's also with the schools. Are the teachers doing the right thing? Teaching them the way they should, or pointing out when kids have learning problems and giving them the extra help and attention. You know what I'm saying, to make sure they understand what's going on.
Lex.
Go ahead.
I think it goes from the parent to the child. That's really how it is, man. My mother, I still remember, my mother took a tape recorder, with an old cassette tape, and we had to study. She would sit there and make us write the word 3 times.
I remember that.
And she would always record the word and her spelling it, and then we'd get that in our head, and we would know how to spell words. She made us learn. She put it on. You know what I mean? They say culture starts with the mother. That's how humans get past culture. It's through the mother. So the culture that you have, the morals, ethics, values, you know what I mean? What you respect in life, what you want, comes from your mother. It really comes from the mother, because the father's out earning, trying to provide, for the family. Back in the day, they would have been hunters. They would be looking for food all week, all day, all month, coming back, with the rest of the males from the tribe, except for the ones who protected the village. And the mothers would be there all day cooking, teaching the girls to cook, keep teaching the young babies how to practice with the older men to learn how to do the same thing that they wanted their men to do, what they expected out of their men. So I put it on the mothers first, and then I put it on the men second, because you pick what you want for your mother, for your child's mother. You're gonna pick what you want, whether you know it or not.
Yeah, but I agree more so. I gear towards more so the household. And the household, the reason being is because, like you said, right, it's your morals, values, and when
Ethics.
you are, your code of ethics. I do believe that, right? But you can't always, to try to go with Jay, I feel like you can't always put that on the school, right? You can't always put that on somebody else, because once you allow somebody else to teach your child, they kind of could put things into their mind and
That's
then
a
have them
fact.
think the way they want to think. But also, what's the issue, right, with the whole thing with the people are not reading and comprehending, and this and like I said, like 40% of the U.S. fourth graders are below reading level, is that nowadays everything, like you said, is digital, right? Where people are actually focusing on the Chat GPTs and things of that sort to actually do the work for them instead of them actually doing the work themselves. Sitting down, like you said, like as far as with the family, sitting down with the child, getting to read with the child, making sure they understand, to comprehend, and to do things. You know, nowadays, like it's just putting an iPad or something in front of them, and there you go.
Yeah.
And
Go raise yourself.
yeah,
Exactly.
On the
basically.
iPad.
Yeah.
Face.
They don't even
Yeah.
have books like that no more. I send kids home with their books, the computers. They give them iPads.
Right.
Everything is on the computer. Your homework. Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta check this right here to get my
The
homework.
curriculum.
Their
You're
grades
right.
go on computers online. It's crazy, man.
But I will say this: a pro, those are cons. But a pro of being in a digital age, it's harder to lie to children in school. You can't lie to them because there's things you could look up on the internet, which most of the times you do have to verify by more than one source. But you can't lie to them and tell them, slavery was this, and it was a short part of American history. No, it was part of American history that made us into a superpower. You know what I mean? There's certain things they can't lie about now.
Well, I could agree and disagree. And the reason why I say I could agree and disagree, yes, the information is there, but if a person gets to the child first, right, and puts an idea or a thought, or hey, this is what happened, even though it does say this, like if you get to the child's mind first, that person who got there and planted a seed can also determine how a child thinks. That's my
Check
perception.
up on you.
You know?
Well, that
Go
also
online,
comes.
Google.
That
Ask
also,
Google. I'll tell you
yeah,
the truth.
it also comes with religion too, though, because remember, our parents teach us that's part of culture. Your religion, they teach us religion. See, a lot of us we were raised off of TV. Am I right, Jay? We were
Oh, yeah.
raised. So we had TV in the backdrop. We had the news on at 5, news at 5, and news at 11. You know what I mean? We came up under that, and a lot of times. I'm gonna keep it real. Trump may not be the best for us, but he ain't the worst when he calls out, how media lies, and that's true.
That is
Media
true.
does lie
Media,
to us,
yes.
and they keep us in one way of thinking. And a
Yes,
lot of
yes.
people who were raised in the '80s, you know what I
Yes.
mean, the '70s, the '60s, a lot of time news was playing while they were, or the radio. Back then, they put what they wanted on the radio, and that was the main source of communication. And they put what they wanted you to hear and what they wanted you to know about and learn about.
A question for the group, right? How many hours do you think a child should spend on technology, on their phones, iPads, things like that, right? With the literacy rate being low as what it is, and now technology is here, how long do you think, we'll say like a small kid should actually engage with an iPad for a certain amount of time? Like, what do you think,
wanna go
Jay?
first?
I would
Pick
say like
that.
4 hours, 4 to 6 hours maybe a day.
I'm gonna
It
be
is
honest.
informative and it can teach you.
Okay.
Right, that's what I was about to say. So that's what I was thinking. It's up to what you have your children watching and allow them to see online. If you allow them to see games that teach them how to read, write, and spell and learn math at a very young age, keep that shit in front of them, But if you're sitting there allowing them to see what's happening in the world that is not, their minds aren't ready to, to be perceiving, then that's completely different. You can't have them sitting there looking at the latest fight video or the latest, latest bit of news that they want pumped into these kids' heads, or if you don't agree with certain lifestyles, LGBTQ plus AA, whatever, and they pump that through certain forms of communication, you may not want that for your children. So it depends on what you want your kids to learn about. I'm sure there's people out there that's using technology to make their kids into geniuses.
Do you think schools now, I know when I was growing up, right, they taught you how to write on a letter, how to send a letter, how to,
Right.
write your address,
Right.
things of that sort, write cursive. I don't think cursive is no more.
They're phasing it
Right,
out.
yeah, right. So what brought this up was I was scrolling on Instagram and TikTok, and then you have like obviously like vloggers and things where they would go around with a card and they would ask people to read the card.
Right.
And a lot of people just really could not read. Like some of the words would, like they would put certain phrases with P's and things of that sort, right? Or certain letters. Hey, Bob went to go build a building and it was boring, but he earned billions, But
Right.
some people just couldn't really read some of the cards. So I'm just sitting here like, this is what now the new era will say, oh, he's a crash out. But I remember watching something serious. Like Candace Owens has good points of views.
That leads into my discussion.
Well,
Keep
no, I'm
going.
just saying, like Candace
yeah,
Owens,
I like
I
it.
do believe some things that Candace
Yo,
says is
K-Subi,
good.
where's our TikTok?
I also believe, you know,
Roll the Dice
you're not
Show
gonna always
podcast.
believe, you're not gonna always really believe one
Can you
source.
start that
everything,
for us real quick?
right? Like Jay, I don't agree. Sometimes you always eating chips, baby. But you eat chips. But you still look good, brother.
Right,
you
right,
still
right.
looking good.
But to
I
be
hear what
honest
you're
with you,
saying.
in this day and age, is school really needed? Think about that.
Yeah, man.
School is really just like a social interaction.
Which they say prepares you
And a
for a
fashion
9 to
show.
5 to make you just a worker.
It's just
But
a
I'll tell
social
you this,
interaction. You could actually learn at home.
a lot of students who do
Think about
learn
it.
at home
They got college online, bro.
Are
Get
much
degrees
smarter.
online at home.
Duh. Yeah.
That's true.
But the thing about it is, like, these are professionals. These are
Eh.
professionals. Some of them are.
I know a few
Some people
niggas
actually
teaching in
go.
school. I ain't gonna say
Some-
no
but
names.
But some people do care. A lot of people just look as a check,
Yeah, I think about 80% of them do. I
right?
think there's
But
only
it's
like
not a big
20%.
check, to be honest.
Not at all.
So teachers do deal with a lot. I'll be honest. They do deal with a lot, man.
Like I said, going back to the point, I like with Candace Owens, right? There was something that she said that really caught my attention, right? Where she was saying, like, bringing up what you said earlier, right? About the government and the media, you know, pumping a certain type of narrative where people
Yep.
nowadays, right, if they can't read or comprehend, they go to social media, and then social media gives them a thought and process, and now they
It
run with
teaches
that
them how to
narrative.
think.
Right. It does
They
well,
fall victim to the algorithm.
right. So, and what they feel what they see online is true, and it's not necessarily right. And this is one of the things that I do like Candace Owens about, because she does preach, like, hey, like, read, take things into your own hands. Stop feeling like you are, what is the word that she was saying? Like, you're a victim, right? So now these kids, like you said, growing up, not reading, not really understanding their emotions, people making fun of them, they go to what? They go to crash outs.
Yeah. And that's my subject right
Right.
there that I want to talk about. Crash outs. Yeah. So we know a lot of crash outs, man. Personally, right? We know some crash outs, you know?
No doubt.
For real. I'm gonna keep it real.
I kind of don't know.
My favorite artist of all time, Tupac, was a crash out. He was really a
yeah.
crash out. You know what I'm saying? And what I brought up in the group chat the other day was Pooh Shiesty, man. He's a real life crash out. You know what I mean? Like, dude had it all in his hands and crashed out.
But that's a
That's
perfect
Gucci Mane's
yeah.
Artist,
but
yeah.
but this is the thing, right? That's a perfect prime example where he was talented. He let his ego and
Still
pride.
is talented.
Right? No, he is talented, but he let his ego and his pride get in the way of doing business. See, the thing about it is this.
Might have
You
just
don't
been-
want to leave the streets alone.
Right, yes,
it
that
might
is
have
true.
just been
Want
nigga
to still hold
shit
a
though.
reputation and you making money. Like, leave that BS alone.
But they
Right.
want to be nigga shit. They want to be
You don't have to
niggerish.
separate the two.
You know what I mean? They can't. That's why they crash outs. How
But-
many dudes do we know that we
Wow.
grew up in the same hood and they crash out? They've been in jail most of their life, then they've been free. Think of how long we've known these people.
Yeah, but they
I'm
probably
in my
can't read a
40s.
Dr. Seuss book. But the
Yeah,
thing
but
is,
some of them can.
but
And they wanted to be down with the cool kids. They wanted to be part of something that equaled nothing in the end.
well,
You know, and
well,
they crashed out.
Right, but okay. So Pooh Shiesty, let's stay on that real quick. Like you said, Jay,
You can't leave the
they
street.
don't. You can't leave the street alone. But sometimes their pride and ego won't allow them, right? Like you can't. You have to be able to step out. Hey, listen. Now I'm actually gearing and going in this direction. I can't be around the same type of people, same type of environment, do the same things. Like he,
He
even though
orchestrated his crash out though.
yes,
he got
but-
niggas on his page.
No,
to
he-
do, you know,
right,
to,
but
to
that-
be in
but
what
you-
he was into.
Right, but also, again, like he didn't really know how to articulate himself and navigate through the business world because he kind of used his old ways and principles of the street and trying to navigate.
Try to bring. You can't bring the
do
streets
it.
to the boardroom unless you're
can't.
selling the
You can't.
streets to the boardroom.
He could have went out so many other different ways than how he actually went out. Like you
Right.
said, he was definitely a crash out, and
So-
people do look up to that.
They do.
Shit.
And did y'all hear that? So his new album is basically out. Gucci Mane put it out, obviously, right? Because he's gonna make money. He's gonna capitalize off it. So what they're saying is he actually spits a lyric where they have it bleeped out, where they say I robbed Gucci Man.
Right.
Now, if this is true, bro, this dude is the epitome of a crash out. Like, that's what got him locked up the first time, robbing niggas over weed, nonsense. In a I don't know what kind of car he
But
was
when
in.
you're
Was that a
coming-
Lambo?
Oh, I don't know.
Or whatever he was in, he's pulling up,
But you gotta
robbing niggas with a gun, shooting a nigga. Like,
But that's where it comes from, the environment where you're brought up at, where people can't get out of that mindset, and they're in an environment where it's like do or die. But then again, it also comes to a point where you have to kind of learn how to articulate yourself and navigate through the world that you're in.
Just grow up. Period.
That is true.
Grow up.
That
facts,
is true.
Facts.
All that
That's
bullshit
true.
alone. Ain't getting you nowhere.
That is true.
Grow up.
The
The whole point of him doing that was making money. Now you making money, you still doing the same dumb shit.
And he locked up in the
he's
cell.
locked
Come
up.
on,
Now
man,
he
stop.
can't even
Cut
do
it out.
concerts. He's just done.
That's crazy.
But speaking of that, I actually went to the Chris Brown and Usher concert.
Yeah,
last
yeah.
night.
Last night you went
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. I like that.
I like that, man.
He was with his boo. The nigga was with his boo.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. He was with your boo,
I heard they had
nigga.
a stand-in for Usher. Was that true?
I don't know. I wasn't
I don't
there
think
for the
so.
first one, but I was there
There was
for
a
the
dude
second.
they got online that doesn't look like Usher. That was up there dancing.
Nah, he
is it
didn't
right
do. He
here.
didn't look
Yeah.
like it. Yeah.
Look
I'm
at
gonna have
him.
to ask
He
my
didn't really
daughter.
look like that.
I'm gonna have
He
to
didn't
ask
look-
my daughter. If
Nah, that
that's
was the
true,
first
man.
night.
Said
That
they
was
got
the
they
first
got
night.
that Usher from Temu. They say, yo.
No,
They had Temu Usher up there, bro.
no, I don't think it was him neither.
Maybe he was on his medication.
It wasn't
Had
him.
a
No,
slow
I
moving
know.
It wasn't
No, but
him.
the second show
So
was
was he
good though.
singing?
No, the second show, there was two shows. There was one on Friday and there was one on Saturday.
That was not
Yeah,
him.
yeah, it didn't really look like him.
Who was
No.
that dude, man? Looking crazy, man.
Yeah, we don't really think that was him.
It looked
Nah,
like
that's
Neo. Maybe that was Neo. And y'all thought it was Usher.
like
That's
R. Kelly.
Neo, man.
Not, look like what?
R. Kelly with that hat down like that.
That's that nigga, man. Come
was
on.
not
man.
him.
That's that nigga, man.
That was not him.
I think it was. I'm
That was-
not
Nah,
honest.
I don't think it was him.
That
I
was
don't think
not
it was
him.
him. But back to what I was saying, I went to the Chris Brown and Usher concert, and it was
With
not,
his
it was
boo?
dope. This guy, man, this guy's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happened?
I went there. Yo, this guy is crazy. Yo, this guy is nuts.
Nah, go ahead. I'm listening. I want to get on Pusha Ice-T.
We
But-
listening, we listening.
No, I was just saying, like, it was a good experience, right? Like, and that's one thing that I feel that artists nowadays don't really have. They don't have that true artist development. They don't really know how to capture the audience and actually keep the audience engaged. Like,
Well, that's because the biggest artist in hip hop right now is NBA YoungBoy, and niggas have none of that. They have no A&R training or nothing. They come to the internet with a smash single, and people they get the kids' ears, and that's what the kids want to hear. So
yeah.
I don't think you really need that because nowadays, everyone since what is that Real TV? What was that called? Like the Real TV, MTV. Since MTV started the Real Life TV, whatever it was called at the time, it's like people want to see the real life scenarios of what's going on in the world, so they
Some
can
of it,
relate
not
themselves
much.
to that.
Right,
And
you
they can
gotta
say,
be
"Oh, I
relatable."
do that stuff," even though the camera's on and you know you're not performing for anyone. It's like everyone still wants to be a performer. Everybody still wants to be famous. Everybody still wants to, be recognized. Clout. They want clout.
Right, but
They want to post. They want people to see what what they're talking about. And
yeah, but as far as the concert, like, I do enjoy. One thing I can say about Chris Brown that a lot of people, like, you can't deny his talent. The guy is
doubt.
very talented. He is like, he's close to Michael Jackson.
if you get off that
The
coke,
mind-
he'd be better. Allegedly. But yeah. I love Chris Brown. You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
But he actually performed very well. Like I said, like the theatrics, the dancing, even with Usher, like those two guys, the two combinations of those guys and the hits and the catalog that they have, they definitely can carry a concert like what they're doing. And they did have special guests. Mary J came out. She still looked kind of good, man.
She's
She's
old, cool, man.
About 60.
She's she looked good, man. Her hair was done, her skin bronze. Like she was just like when she came out, stadium erupted. And then Method Man came out and they did they.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah,
Oh,
then he
all I
came
need-
out.
They did that?
Yeah,
I like that. Who set was they on?
They was on
Chris
like
Brown
Usher.
set
No,
or
like Usher did his
set?
stuff. Yeah, it was like Usher was bringing them out,
Okay, I like that.
and then Future came out at the end, and then Tank was there. and
Wait,
then-
Future came out last night?
Yeah, Future came
With
out
who?
last night. No, he was close
Before
to the
Chris
last
Brown?
act. No. They were like
special
just
guests, it's
the
fine.
special guests.
They
Yeah,
don't
they
tell
were
you.
like in pockets.
Damn,
They
man,
had
I
somebody
love
different
Future,
on every
man.
show. Like they had
Yeah.
Bow Wow come out. They said a
Yeah.
couple of states.
I like Pluto, baby.
But me personally, I don't
Salute my
find
nigga
I don't-
Pluto, man.
I like all of their music. I'm not
I love
a hater,
them
but
down
I'm not
south
paying for no
niggas,
concert,
man.
bro. How much were the tickets, bro? If you don't mind me asking.
They was a couple hundred. It was a
So I
couple
heard it
hundred.
was some in the thousands.
They was, but I didn't pay them.
That's
Yo,
crazy, bro.
supposedly, so my lady calls and tells me that your lady said she had 2 tickets, but y'all told us mad late. Like, you know what I mean? And my daughter was at this concert,
Oh, no, she
right?
was, yeah,
Hold
yeah,
on,
yeah.
right. So she's telling me she's bringing my grandson so I could watch him. I'm sitting there waiting. I'm telling my girl, like, nah, I can't go to the concert. Or I will buy the tickets off of her and we could go. 3 hours ahead, but even though y'all told us at the last minute on the last day, but my daughter got me stringed along thinking that my grandson is coming. What, did y'all not want me to go to this concert or what, man?
I don't know, but I just know.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the shit that pisses me off, Jay. Yeah, right? Should I not keep it real?
Keep it real, that's right.
I'm sitting there waiting, you know, because I'm off on the weekends. I want to see my grandson. I want to spend time. I'm like, yeah, I'll babysit because I know how it is. My daughter wants to do her thing. Okay. Not saying she's doing anything crazy, but she wants to have fun. I get it. Nice little concert.
She probably
Cousins
just
going. You know what I'm saying? Him and his lady going. So I'm thinking, yo, maybe me and my lady can go.
This guy is
You know what I'm saying? And make it a family thing, you know what I mean? We can meet y'all.
Yo.
But yet and still, I get the, alert that y'all got tickets after my daughter calls me, my oldest daughter,
Why
and
didn't
tells
tell
me.
you early? What was that?
That's
about?
what I'm saying.
How'd you want to wear extras?
And I know if y'all got extra tickets, I would have helped y'all out. Boom, there's some money, man. Money can't hurt.
I'm gonna call you at Showtime when
How-
the curtain's about
I
to
don't
open.
know
Oh, I
anything
got
about
you
it.
extra
I don't
tickets.
All you gotta do is make it here
I
before the
don't
concert's
know.
over.
You don't know nothing about that.
didn't. No, I wasn't privy to that information. I don't know anything about
Nah,
that.
I'm fucking with you. Okay, I got you.
But no, as far as entertainment, they do it right. Like I remember
Yeah, I
I went
like
to
that.
a
I
Gunna
like that.
concert, and Gunna is one of my favorite rappers. But when I went to his concert twice, and it was like when I went to the first one, it was similar to the second, because he just performs and stuff, and it's good that you actually know the music.
Yeah.
But there was no theatrics. There was no things that continue to capture your attention. After a few songs, it was just the same. Like 50 do. Just the same
And one
thing.
person,
but-
yeah, that had to get boring.
Yeah. The Gunna thing was, but I ain't gonna lie.
See,
Last
this is
night,
what I'm saying. Everybody's
It's
not a
good.
great performer, man. So
That's not
Chris
true.
Brown, I will say Chris Brown, Usher, I see the little, the stuff they do. They bring the females, they incorporate them, they make it feel
Yes.
special. Those are performers. That's cool. I like that. But, we look back in the day, performers for real. I'm gonna give it to Busta Rhymes. They say Busta Rhymes was at one point, he was the best all-around
Yeah,
performer.
hands down,
Him and
hands
Split
down.
Star made you feel that shit. I'm gonna
Right.
say even Jay-Z with the concert
Giants,
out at
Yankees.
the
But I was
Yankee
gonna do a
Stadium.
comparison.
He sang
Okay.
most of those freaking lyrics. Nigga backed up Nas. Like that was his favorite artist. This nigga was backing up other artists while he's up there on stage
But-
when they're performing. While they're performing with him, I'm like, this is the shit you want to see. This dude is a performer. He may not be the livest. He's Jay-Z. He is what he is. But he's sitting there saying every word. I don't know if they have to bring up a monitor for him to remember the lyrics, but he's saying damn near every word except for the
don't
choruses.
think he need no
I
monitor.
like to see
Yeah.
performers like that.
Well-
I seen a Beyonce show. Beyonce's performing up there, huffing, puffing, sweating. She's doing her thing, but it was a great performance.
No, but you also have to understand, right? Like he's bringing up these people, and I was gonna do a
I'm just saying the
comparison.
performances
Well,
we
Chris
see.
Brown and all of them, right? Like they are performers. They're dancers, right? They capture your attention. They have to, they have theatrics. Jay-Z will say when he was at the Coliseum, yes, a lot of people do know him,
Nah, he
know
was
his
at- he was at the
catalog. and
stadium,
everything.
Yankee
Yeah,
Stadium,
Yankee
right.
Stadium.
The
They
reason
know
why.
his catalog, yeah, right. But what he also did
I didn't hear too many
to
songs
capture-
playing in the back of Jay-Z.
No,
like I
listen-
hear these other artists.
No, but what I'm saying though,
they got
is-
their whole track set.
no, what I'm saying though is
like,
what he
playing
did to
behind.
actually keep the crowd going, right? Even though he's a rapper, he had other rappers come out that were big. Eminem, this one, that one, right?
Facts.
So even though he had his catalog, he did a few songs, whatever. Okay, and you may be a little tired, but now Eminem coming. Now he got his
Right. And she
segment,
perform a
and
show,
another one
he
got a
gets his
segment.
break.
another-
Right.
So
And the
now
shit
all
would-
of
and the
them
shit
will
would've
just
got boring.
keep going. Yeah, right.
But he was on
You
point.
had
though.
different faces.
Jay was on
See,
point.
y'all
man.
also
He's
forgetting
not my
about.
favorite artist, but he was on point, bro.
You're also forgetting about one of the greatest performers too.
Who that?
That's not here anymore. Y'all can't think of him? Think real hard.
Who?
Anybody out there? DMX.
Yeah.
Nah, he was.
DMX
Yeah,
is the
you
killer.
ain't lying.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
DMX was one of the greatest of all time.
At his
Yes.
peak. I'm gonna say at his peak.
When he performed,
They say he was
yo,
an awesome
The energy he
performer.
brought,
The energy. He
Yeah.
controlled the energy.
that dog barking, all that, crazy.
Yeah, dog bark. I
Go
remember-
back and look right
he
now.
got people leading people in prayer. While he
Right
on
before
stage.
he,
I give it DMX,
right,
baby. You're
yeah,
right,
I
you're
forgot
right.
about him. See,
I ain't forget about him, but
I
I
forgot
wasn't
about him.
thinking of him when we was talking about live performance.
Word.
You're right though. I give DMX.
I don't
that.
remember
Rest
that.
in peace, DMX.
Yeah,
man.
he was bad.
Yeah, man. Earl
he
Simmons,
was.
baby.
Bad
He
dude.
was. But
By himself too.
yeah, he had
Facts.
that energy. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
And he had asthma,
Yeah, he did have
Yeah.
asthma.
and he might have hit a little something before he got on the stage. But I
don't
hit a
know
little
about
something
all
myself,
that.
so I can't
He was
talk
mad
shit.
hyper. He had that energy, man.
Yeah, no, he definitely was somebody who captured your attention and kept you focused and entertained. Because that energy, like, I can't even lie. Like when you were,
That was a concert.
yeah, like last night was a concert as well.
We performed at concerts. This guy was on stage. How old was you? 12?
I was 14.
15, 16.
Nah, you
14.
turned
I was like
14 later
14.
that year.
Okay, 13, 14, but yes,
13
when
years
we,
old.
yes, we
What
did.
year was that?
We did the Platinum on Ice
2000.
tour. Well, that was when Jay-Z was there.
Yo,
Shine.
producer DJ Tone, when did we do the Ram Jam Platinum on Ice with Jay-Z did a half-ass performance because
I don't know about all that.
he didn't sign somebody's
I don't know.
autograph,
I don't
somebody's
know.
son's autograph.
I don't know what to think about this.
Huh? 2000. 2000.
I
How
don't
old
know.
was you in
I wasn't
2000?
there.
What year was you
I don't
born,
know.
man?
It's alleged.
86?
I was born in 80.
Yeah, you
25,
turned
26
14
years
that
ago?
year. It was like 13, I remember.
That was on- that
All right,
was
so
on
yeah.
Nothing. But yeah.
Anyway, what we getting into?
No, well, no.
Can we get into some of his topics? Because he got some shit
No,
that I
it was
wanted
just-
to react to. I ain't gonna lie. He
I
has
got-
some shit I'm ready to talk
I got an
about.
explosive topic.
What?
Yeah.
That probably, I want to say 85 to 90% of the people listening or watching will probably agree with.
It's like one person watching. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's right. That one person could probably agree.
Yeah.
What's up with these children today that go around disrespecting elders, parents, just saying whatever and think it's all right? You know what I'm saying? It's like really disgusting.
Damn.
It's really disgusting that you bring a kid into the world and they just don't have no regards or no respect for
I gotta
you.
take my hat off for this.
After you done raised them,
I hear you.
brought them to the level where they at, and they could turn around and text you F you or say F you or just all around disrespectful.
Facts.
You know, the stuff that these kids do today and say to their elders is crazy.
That's facts.
I'm 52 years old. My mom and pops is in their 80s. I would never talk to them the way these kids talk to their parents. I got a couple of friends, you know, they got children that just straight up unruly. You living with them, you don't pay no rent, and you want to stick your key in the door, but then in return you want to say F me, say
Well-
whatever, and don't think nothing of it like it's no big deal. Talking to you worse than they would talk to their own enemy. I mean, it's really disgusting. And what does the Bible say? You know what the Bible says, right?
What's that
Honor
shit?
thy mother and thy father, or your days shall be numbered.
So your days shall be long upon this earth. My mother used to say that to me all the time when I was young, and I had a complex that I would die young because I was very mouthy, you know. But my mom kept me in line. Her and my brother.
So in return, what you
I
did
got the
is
scars to prove it.
cut your mouth off and just, you know what I'm saying, live your life right. I
Well-
don't care if you don't believe or care what.
I gotta be
What-
honest
But
though.
this
I
is
was one
why.
of those
This is
kids.
why.
though.
But you gotta understand something where also that comes from, where that lies. Is right. It's what the children heard. If you and the mother,
What they're
and the
being
father,
taught.
if the mother and father is not together, what is the
Which
child hearing?
unfortunately,
That's still-
too
that's
many
still-
of our
that's still-
households are where the original mother and father are not together with these
I don't
children.
agree with that though,
Well,
because of the mother and father not being together.
well, no. Listen
Not
to what I'm saying.
100%.
No. Hear what I'm saying, right? I wasn't able to finish my statement.
Go ahead.
So what I was trying to say was, if the mother and the father is together raising a child, right? Like you have the mother who's nurturing, you have the father who's structure, rules, right? And when you're parenting a child, two parents have to agree and work together for the sake of the child. So the child cannot play the one against the other, right? And then also at the same time, where if the if the mother and the father isn't together, and the child is with the mother, you don't know what the mother is saying, right? And then vice versa. And then now when the child gets older, they feel like they can say whatever they want to the father because the mother didn't like you. They live with the mother. You don't know what the mother was saying.
Yeah, that's facts.
So it's like, you know, if a person can say, well, a girl can say, well, when I was growing up, my dad You know, my mom's rules was law, right? So like they could say, hey, I don't have to listen to you, right? You could put your child on punishment, and all of a sudden when they go back home with their mother,
Or
they
vice
outside,
versa, when
yeah,
they go back home with their
or
father.
Yeah, vice versa. So
Yeah.
that's why you have to actually be on the same page, even if you're together or not.
Nah, there's some parents that don't even talk, bro. 'Cause
Right.
of the situation. So you
Right,
still
but-
have
but-
to learn how
but
to
that-
parent around that.
Right. Yeah, you do have to navigate
Even
around
if
that.
both of y'all
But
don't
it-
see on the same page, you don't even talk. So
Right, but that's why communication always has to be involved, because if it's not, this is how
some
things
relationship
happen.
ended so raw they want to kill each other.
Listen,
they don't
that's
wanna talk
true.
to each
I'm
other.
I'm gonna keep it real. If the mother has values, or morals, ethics, values, same thing we can take this back to. And
That's
the father
true.
has moral ethics
That's
and
true.
values.
That's true.
Whether
That's
they're
true.
talking or not, those kids will come up with a sense of morals, ethics,
Yes,
and
no,
values.
I do
And
agree,
whichever
'cause
parent they're
I
around
experienced
most
that.
of the
So-
time, that's where they will get their culture. That's where they will get.
Yeah.
They will learn how to act, who they are in the world.
It's the parents. It's about how the kid grows
You know
up.
what I mean?
And if the child grew up unruly, the parent allowed the child to do whatever they want. So, and then happens, right? They become crash outs or whatever. Because now,
Facts.
when you can't, no,
That's a
seriously,
fact.
right? Because if you don't respect your mother and father in the house, and when you go out in the street, right, and then you talking to a grown man, a young kid talking to a grown man, and saying all kind of, off the wallness,
Yeah.
and that old man slaps him or does something, or even when it comes to a police officer, right? Where nowadays, when you was growing up, right, you
Get
had
clapped.
two, you had two
I
faces.
knew how to talk
you had
to the
two
police.
faces. You had to talk to the police with respect or whatnot,
Gotcha.
right? Yes, no, whatever. Just someone in authority.
Just so you're
period.
ready.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? And nowadays, like, if they don't have respect for their mother and father, how do you think they're gonna have respect for society when they go out in the street in the world and conduct themselves on jobs, when they get into relationships, when they actually deal with someone of authority around them? How do you, come on?
My thing is, everybody knows right from wrong. Pretty much everybody. If you're not mentally disabled or something like that, you got common sense. You know right from wrong. You know something's wrong if it's right. And I don't feel like it's wrong to carry on the way you do towards elders and parents and stuff like that. Come on.
Well,
Sometimes,
Mike,
but
let him
sometimes-
finish. Let him finish.
Oh, okay, go ahead, do your thing, baby.
I said, come on. You know better. How you go in and sleep at night and you talk to your parent like that has raised you, took care of you, and is still probably taking care of you. Because most of you fucking kids who got mouth, they ain't got shit of your own.
So
But
just-
you want to run in and out my house, do this and that, and I'm supposed to be cool with it? No, you're going to get away from me. That's what's going to happen. You're getting away from me. Far away from me.
You gotta respect your parents, man. I'm gonna be real. I went through this, you know what I'm saying? I went through this myself with my mother, being very disrespectful. I wanted to be in the streets, man. Some older niggas I was running with, you know what I'm saying, had me out there banging, man. You know what I'm saying? Had me
Yo.
out there, you know what I'm saying, busting them guns,
I don't know
getting that
anything.
money, you know what I'm saying? I was about 12 when I met this nigga, man. Started hanging with them other 3 niggas, you know what I'm saying? I was like 15, man. Them niggas had me doing some wild shit. Oh, yo, but salute my man Mike Mons, Jay, Jimbo, and Tone, you know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with it. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? There was some niggas had me doing some wild shit. And you did too, right?
I don't know what.
Yeah.
Please do
do
not.
You too.
Listen,
you was
man,
wild
I know
when
that
you
we
was
all
young.
know. I know it's
We
a
was
joke.
crash
Listen,
out.
no, I don't know what you're referring to because
I'm
that's not
just
something
saying,
that I never
were
did
we
anything.
not crash out? Me
No,
and you
I was
doing
never
the
nothing.
worst
I don't know what
shit.
you're
Them other
referring
niggas,
to.
when
I
they was
am
doing
way younger
shit-
than you guys.
Exactly.
I have not
And that's how I
partaken in
know.
anything. Listen,
And
man,
we
I
was
have
doing dumb
sponsors.
shit. I'm gonna be
I have
real.
sponsors
What,
outside
Jay, right?
this
I
here.
used to do dumb shit.
I don't
You know,
know
he used to tell me.
anything.
Him and my brother used to get me
Yeah.
together. Yo, you doing dumb shit, man. Stop fucking around, Al. But Al didn't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? Nigga would do wild shit. You know what I'm
was a crash
saying?
out.
No, I wasn't. Yo,
What's
what?
up?
No,
What's up?
definitely
But I
wasn't.
gotta be real.
I was not involved.
Then
in none
my
of
daughter
it.
became a certain age. My oldest daughter, she was a crash out. My youngest daughter became a certain age. She was a crash out. Maybe not in the same manner, the same degrees because they're
Whoa.
females. You know what I'm saying? But they was doing what they wanted to do, not listen to their mothers. And they had to pay consequences. And just like I had to pay consequences. But you don't want your kids to keep doing that. They have to learn. So sometimes you got to be firm. You got to be firm, man. You got to be firm.
I definitely wasn't a crash out. I grew up.
Anyway, what's
sheltered
going to
and
happen is that's going to turn around and happen to them, and then they'll realize that they were wrong. When it starts happening to them, when they have their own kids,
Facts.
But
and they
you got-
start doing it, I'm like, oh, I don't understand why. Well, you get what you used to do. You get what you used to do to somebody else back. And so
That's true.
then you're going to deal with it. And then maybe they'll see, this is crazy. I can't believe my kid is talking to me like that.
And then they'll
Well,
have
no,
admiration
not-
for their parents when they think back how their parents tried their hardest to save them. Save you from the ills and You know what I mean? The evil that you may fall into and be part of in the world. That's the truth, man. That's what my mother was fighting to save me from, man. That's what I was fighting to save my kids from. I wasn't a parent like my mother. You know, my father was more distant, you know what I mean? But you got to teach these kids, you love them, you can love them, but you don't have to be their footstool.
Exactly.
You don't have to be their
Or
footstool.
doormat, whatever
You know what I mean?
call
You
it.
can love your children, but you don't have to be their footstool, especially when they're of a certain age. You should have already raised them right to let them know that I'm gonna whoop your ass if you start that shit when you're young. When they get older, they know you. They really can't put their hands on them like that. You can't really. There's only a certain way you have to enforce your boundaries with them, and that's what. Listen, you can be around me if you respect me. If you don't respect and love me,
Right.
why would you want to be around? And I'm not gonna
Right.
trust you to be around
Right.
until one day you come to grips and you understand that you my child. You need to be acting a certain way. I'm gonna apologize and be there for you regardless because I'm the parent. But you're my child. You need to respect me in a certain manner, or we can't even deal with each other.
They don't think so.
That's it, man.
They don't think so.
That's how I feel.
I go back to that quote. I said this the other day. The Cosby Show. You remember the Cosby Show?
Facts.
When Bill Cosby told Theo, the son, he was like, I brought you in this world and I'll take you out. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And these kids nowadays, they want to make you take them out, man. They really want to make you take them out. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
You
one
can't,
thing-
but
One
you want
thing-
to.
One thing about you, man, you know, you surely know how to apply a show to a real life,
No doubt.
man. It's either the Cosby Show, Paid in Full.
You know it. You know what I'm saying?
what
All
was that?
types of movies.
What was it? What was the one?
I'm a
Eddie
king,
Murphy.
I'm a king of quotes.
Yeah.
Movies.
King of movie
I might
quotes.
just leave y'all with a quote at the end of each show and see who can guess right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, but yeah, how long we been on?
Not long enough, baby.
DJ Tone, how long we been on, baby? Because I wanna run through the current events that's going on.
Yeah, shoot.
I got a good one for you.
All right.
Shoot.
Yeah, Jay, start with the current events. This is entertainment. Mostly this is like, you know, you're basically you know what I mean, what's going on out in the world, what's trending topics.
All right,
You
I
know,
got a good one.
I always fuck with the hip hop, but you know, we sprinkle a little bit of anything in there. Go ahead, Jay.
Okay, Jay.
He coming.
All right, so
Let me see what we got here.
my daughter actually gave me this, and I wasn't even thinking about it. So, there's a children's YouTube star named Miss Rachel. Y'all remember her? Y'all heard the talks about her?
Miss Rachel.
Yeah, she's a vlogger, whatever you want to call it. And it's on Fox News that she stirs controversy with racial claim about Nolan Wells. You know about Nolan Wells, right?
Yeah, it's the kid who just
The investigation.
Yeah.
So they're upset with her audience because she's like putting more awareness out about what happened to him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So now they're basically trying to blackball her, and you know who's trying to do that because she's putting out awareness of what happened to this
Yeah.
this
young
gentleman.
boy, yeah.
So it's just a lot of
I'm
controversy.
gonna be honest. From what I read, I see they're doing that with a lot of people right now, with a lot of creators. You know what I mean? Content creators. They're going after them simply because they've been keeping this topic alive. They didn't allow it to be another story that was buried because so many times we're dealing with our people of color. You know what I'm saying? Black people, Black American people, I should say, because there's a difference. You know, we came up with niggas like Jimmy Cozier. You know what I'm saying? I seen some shit. I done heard some shit. You know what I mean?
He is just letting
Nah,
the
I'm
cat.
just
talking about. I know
I'm
you're
just talking about real shit.
He's just letting
People
the
do
cat
what
out
they
the
gotta
bag.
do.
Letting
You-
the cat out
you
the
know what I
bag.
mean?
You
You
snitching. He's
I'm not
snitching.
snitching.
Go
I'm
ahead,
not
man. They
snitching.
loving
Shout
it.
out to my nigga Haitian Jack. I ain't
don't-
snitching, nigga. I ain't
You
snitching.
snitching. He's
I ain't
snitching.
snitching.
I know you
I'm just
do.
saying, I done seen real niggas in the game, man.
Sure letting the
You know what
cat
I mean?
out
And
the
if you
bag.
fuck around, put
Gonna
some
lay around.
insurance, put some life insurance on this little nigga running around trying to be a tough guy. Because if you want to go and get killed, we got $5 million coming. Because that's how much you were supposed to bring us revenue. You were supposed to bring us in the business. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to be crash outs? Back to crash out. I hope Gucci had a good fucking insurance policy on Pooh Shiesty. He should have, because now he basically done rendered himself, unless he gets free, he's rendered himself useless to the label, except for his last hit. He can't even perform. If it was a 360 deal, he can't even perform and make some money back, man. This guy's sitting in jail. Yeah, he may got hot music. It
Well, we
may
gotta figure
last
out, like,
6
what
weeks. He may
actually
come out
caused
on
him
top
to
of the
do
charts 1 week, you know, or close as possible.
Obviously,
But that's
was talking
it.
about the record deal. He tried to jerk him or something.
Crash out, man. Niggas is crash out. You know what I'm saying? But back to these kids. Was we on the kid situation, or was we running through them
Well, nah,
topics?
man, I'm glad this is like some therapy for y'all guys, right?
Nah,
Like,
I'm
you
just
But
saying.
what is
I,
it for you?
I hope
Just
Suge
vetting.
Knight get free any way he can.
He don't
Okay.
really need to be out unless he learned his
Nah,
lesson.
nah, he had
'Cause
to
he was
learn.
a terror when
If
he
not,
was
give
out.
him a chance.
Did you
Give
see
him a
why he's
chance.
in jail?
I like
How he
Suge
ran that
Knight,
man over? Did you see the
Yeah,
footage?
yeah. I'm not cool with that. I ain't down with
How he
that.
ran that man
and
over?
he's paying the consequences.
Plowed that man down.
He's paying
with
the
truck.
consequences right now. You know what I'm saying? But I like Suge Knight, man. You know what I mean? Let that man be free in his older age, man. If you got to snitch,
Just because
snitch,
he
Suge.
old, it's
You
supposed to let
free
him
your
out.
age,
He
man.
still did some dumb shit. Oh well, pay. Do your
Yeah,
time.
you're right. You're right about that.
Did the crime, do the time.
I know you and I were talking the other day, right? I'm not too vastly familiar with the situation about the child that was with, I guess, some family that the child was with someone else and got killed or something of that sort.
Oh.
It was like on the news and stuff like that. Like I caught a glimpse of it, but I guess
Yeah, homegirl that live around the way.
Yeah.
From around the way. We went to school with her, right, Al?
Yeah. I don't want to say.
Wait,
her
yeah,
name.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
we
Don't
ain't
say
saying
no
all
names.
that. You know,
Yeah.
don't do all
With
that.
the,
Rest in
with
peace,
the people
man.
that
Yeah,
had the little
man.
girl and murdered her. Yeah, we gonna talk more about that another
As the
time.
story develops, right?
It's-
Okay.
yeah, it's
all right,
already- they-
As
we
the
kinda
time
know
goes
what
on.
happened, yeah.
but you know, as
Yeah.
time goes on.
I actually want to
feel
try to get her on the show. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
See if she agree to come and talk about it. Because there needs to be a lot more awareness of that. You know what I'm saying? These people that's supposed to be protectors, that these people put your child in the custody of, and they just straight up monsters, man. Beating on kids. It's crazy, man. My heart goes out to her.
Yeah, for
Know what I'm
real,
saying?
man.
You can't really trust a lot of people around your kids, and
No, you
like
cannot.
even like with women they have children and get with men and vice versa,
Yeah.
whatever. Like you gotta be careful with who's around your child. You know,
Or think about
Is
your
it-
child before you bring them around. They just only concerned about their own self.
That is true.
I know women that move men in like fucking they moving
Furniture?
no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Every 6 months you getting a new piece of furniture.
He ain't lying.
You know what I'm saying? Stop thinking about yourselves and thinking about your
Penis.
children also. Because that could
Yeah.
also be traumatizing.
Penis? Yo, what is the big
to a
deal
kid.
about penis? I guess we're not gay. We don't like penis. But damn, that doesn't do anything for penis, man. You're done it for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what's wrong with women, man? Like, yo, I'll do anything for a penis, man.
Roll the dice. This is what you get, baby. Real and
Sorry.
raw. You heard?
Yo, speaking of penis, let's talk.
Sorry. Wow.
Let's talk about Sydney Starr. Now, Sydney Starr is
know
the
who that
trans.
is.
Oh, I'm gonna explain it. It's is it a trans man? Basically,
That's a damn
it's
man,
just
yeah.
Let's
Okay.
say transgender, I
a
guess.
transgender person who was
Let's-
born a
yeah.
man.
That's a damn man. That's what I say.
Okay, who is?
Ain't fooling me.
Hold on, he's the one who said Chingy. Just because Chingy took a picture with him, he lied. I don't know if it's a lie. I wasn't there.
All right,
but
just-
I think it's a lie. He said Chingy did some stuff with him. He ended Chingy's career early. That ended his career, right? So,
I seen something
or what
about that.
what there would have been of a
It's probably
career.
true, man. These dudes be
So
freaky
hold
on the low,
You ain't
man.
lying. But hold on. Allegedly. We don't know. We wasn't there. But what I'm saying is this, though. What I'm saying is this. He recently, Sydney Starr, has been caught, what they're saying, with a bunch of charges for having sex with an underage male individual in Atlanta. Yeah, this is the story. This is the story right now. So, when I'm bringing up, talking about penis, so this dude is out here molesting kids,
Allegedly, man. Allegedly.
according to the charges that he's
That's
brought
the
up.
word of the
I-
day,
I'm
like
not saying
Pee-wee's
I said it.
Playhouse.
It's according to the charges. Can you look that up on there real quick on your
you go.
computer? 'Cause
That also
I can't
happened to what's his
look it
name?
up.
Remember old boy that happened
Just
to?
type in his name, and basically he has about 3 charges where they say he was doing things he shouldn't have been doing. First of all,
With a minor?
with a minor male.
Minor
Yeah.
male.
Yeah. So this is the stuff I'm
That's
not
right.
fond of, because a lot of times
That's him, I mean?
I only bring this up because a gay man brought this up.
Yo.
He's on World Star, and I kind of agree with him. He says that homosexuality is all about sex. Now, I'm not saying this because I don't know. I'm not a homosexual, But what I'm saying is, this is what a gay man said. It's on YouTube. Look it up. And a lot of times they say, "Oh no, it's the way a person thinks and believes that they're of the opposite sex or whatever." But why does it always come down to sex? Because when I'm with a woman, it ain't always about sex, man. You know what I'm saying? It's about friendship. It's about a bond. It's about building. It's about the future.
No
It's
doubt.
about, you know what I'm saying, me wanting to do something with them other than sex.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it also about me having sex with her too, because, you know, she likes sex and I like sex. So that's what I'm trying to say. But it's always, when homosexuality, according to this gay man who's on World Star Hip Hop, you can look him up right now. He says homosexuality shouldn't be taught around children because it's all about sex, and you
Well-
shouldn't teach children about
well-
sex. They should gravitate to what they would normally gravitate towards, which is humans always want to continue the life of another human. They want to pursue, you know, life
So,
like any
well,
other
I just
animal.
feel when it comes to
And
children,
it's usually
right,
male,
like,
female that creates life.
So yeah, but as far as with anything nowadays, right, you can't really keep too much from your kids while they have a phone.
Well,
everything
this is
is
what
really
we were
at the
talking about
fingertip-
earlier.
is
Why can't you
fingertips.
limit what they see
No,
on
you
that
can, no,
phone?
and
You can
you
block
can't-
it.
Yeah, just put parental
Parental
advisory.
controls on it.
Yeah.
No, you can, but again, it's the type of child. But you can
My
and
cup
you
runneth
can't.
empty. Yeah.
You
I'm
can and
listening.
you can't because right when you go to school and you're not around your parents, you never know what your child's friend is actually showing them and what they're learning, right? So it's not. I remember like back in the days, you know,
That's
you
true.
may not know something and you go
That's
to
true.
school and your friends may have
Heard about
access
it.
to it and you may not. So at a certain time and point,
Vent
you do have to
papers, right,
be-
Jay? Some people got vent papers,
What's
and
that?
you didn't know about vent papers. You know what I'm saying? Until
Hold
they.
on. We're gonna get to that, but getting to that subject, what you just was talking about, the problem is not. It doesn't even have to be taught to these kids nowadays. They're exposed to it.
Right.
Kids nowadays in school can say one day they're a girl, and next day they can say they're a man, and they allow them to go in different bathrooms. They're recognized as transgender, so they're allowed. So there's kids in school now. You go to public schools, they're allowed to walk around kissing and hugging each other like a regular couple. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy.
The world is exposing all of this stuff like it's normal. But now we're subject to accepting it as normal because this is what we see every day. Now
Right.
when you see two dudes walking, you don't even care. You look. Back in the day when we was growing up, I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
People don't even react to it no more because it's so normal.
that's fact.
And what did your president do? With
Yeah.
the same-sex marriage.
He allowed it.
Know what I'm saying?
You talking about the half black president?
Right.
We won't
So
mention no
that-
names.
this
Are
kind
we
of
allowed
stuff-
to mention names? Yeah, right. Obama.
So
Obama.
the kids coming into the world today
Yo,
and who's growing up in
my
society are
God.
looking at these things like they're normal.
Right.
As when we was coming up, they were not normal. And when you looked at it, you were shocked and appalled and surprised. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
They look
And
at
they
this
had to
shit-
kind of keep it in the closet. There's nothing wrong with keeping your sexual proclivities in the closet, where they're supposed to be. When we walk around every day and we do business, everybody's not out there telling you their sex. I don't care what you are. I don't care what you do.
Yeah, you don't.
You know, bless your soul, but I don't care what you do, who you are. I'm just making it for me in my life. Don't put your pressure of your lifestyle of everything on me or have to
Exactly.
make me accept it.
Right.
I don't want to accept certain things.
Back-
Just like I don't want you to accept certain things that I believe in. You're not me.
Well, everybody, you
don't
know,
have the
everyone's
culture I
a
have.
human. Everyone.
We all human. We
Everyone's
love
human.
humans.
Everyone loves everyone.
We
you
do. That's
know?
a fact. That's a fact.
Whatever
We
you
do.
decide to do with your life,
That's on
that's
you.
what you do.
But
the
we
only
do
difference
love
is, like I
everyone.
said,
You
back
know.
in the day,
It's,
this was done in the privacy of your own self, home, wherever. Now it's just exposed everywhere. It's all normal.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's getting too normalized. And, you know, everybody's familiar with the Bible.
Honestly, similar to what school shootings are, or public shootings, like with people in mass shooting. It's too normalized. You keep putting it in the media, people are going to see it. They're going to see, oh, I can make the news and get rid of this issue I have because I wasn't taught to deal with my aggression. You know what I'm saying? Or I was taught to hate people. Or I was taught that because people are different from me, I should kill them. No, live and let live. But I'm just saying, they keep putting it out there, so that's what people think is normal.
They're pushing it on us to try to act like it's normal. It's not, though. I'm not accepting it.
well,
I don't have nothing against them, but it's not right.
All right.
all right. Well, listen. I want to say, appreciate for tuning in.
Yo, like, comment, subscribe, man.
Like,
I know y'all
comment,
definitely gonna have some
subscribe.
comments.
Yeah. Well, listen,
Put it in the,
As we go.
comments, man. You know what
Roll
I'm saying?
the
We
dice.
talk about it. We talk about it.
we out.
Roll the
Episode
Dice
3.
podcast, baby.
Bruh. Roll the Dice podcast with Lex, Jay, and Brandon.